Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Good Morning Soul. And today, I'm doing another That Film I Watched, where if you're not familiar with this series, I basically dust off an old movie from my shelf, and rather than taking the time to sit down and rewatch it, I just kind of give the best review I can based on my old written reviews on my website and just rewatching clips and kind of being like, yeah, this film. And today we're doing that with a little film called The Sitter, which came out in 2011 and is directed by David Gordon Green, who is also the director for Pineapple Express and the recent Halloween movie I just saw. That's pretty interesting. I did not know that. So The Sitter is basically a lot of people who have seen Adventures with Babysitting basically said the same plot as that, where a bum, which I haven't seen that movie by the way, basically this bum dude played by Jonah Hill, he's kind of an asshole. He is forced to babysitting these three little kids, and it's one of those, what could possibly happen, and then everything happens. The three kids he's babysitting are this little girl who's basically like every time you see like a small child like do creepy adult things, like if you see like a 7-year-old wear makeup, like that is everything that this child is. And on top of that, she's super annoying. Like the entire film you don't like this little girl, and then she's like a little bit better later, but not really at all. And then there's this kid from like what fucking country is he from? Like El Salvador or something like that. He's like the adopted son who he's like a fucking what is the word I'm thinking of when you're an egomaniac? You're a pyro, whatever. He basically likes blowing shit up and just making everyone's lives worse. And the third kid is just like this preppy gay kid who has this actually really good arc because he's coming out as gay. And the first time I watched this film, I was like half paying attention. I was like in a room with too many people, and like I didn't catch on to that the first time. And then when I rewatched it for my written review, I was like, oh, okay, I can definitely see that where this kid is, going through some stuff. And rewatching it, I remember that was like my favorite part of the film was this kid. Everything else though, kind of weird. Like Jonah Hill is in this weird romance that doesn't really work, and he gets a new one by the end of the film, but it's so put together that it doesn't actually blossom into a romance. It's kind of just playing with the idea. And then there's this arc with this drug lord guy who I love whenever actors, they're like given the freedom to be like, oh, just be a crazy drug lord or a crazy whatever this guy, and they just go all out with it, which this guy did. He was incredibly funny. Just there was a lot of really great quotes in this movie, including there's a scene where Jonah Hill is like in a supermarket, and he gets there's this random lady who's like asking why he's like in the little girl section, and she was like, and she's talking to someone else about how he's fucking up or something like that, and she's like, he tried to walk away like a little biatch, and then Jonah Hill's like, I did not try to walk away like a little biatch. And it was the funniest fucking line in this entire movie. I laugh. This isn't one of those laugh out loud kind of movies, but I did laugh out loud for that little part. Um, I don't. I think when I watched this for the review, I probably would have given it like a 7. But as I'm doing these, I don't want to call them reviews, but these videos, as I'm doing them, I'm like going back into my letterbox and kind of moving my score from my website onto there. And some of them I'm just like, yeah, this one I know if I rewatched it, I'd give it like a 6. So I'm gonna say it's a 6 out of 10 because films like this I can't watch anymore without having I just know I won't like it as much as what I'm trying to say. I've seen too many, is what I'm trying to say. The dopamine effect of, oh, interesting weird characters and oh, this weird dynamic of all these kids and all these things. It's just like stuff like that just doesn't. You have to be a little bit more creative than that, unfortunately. And this is, I don't understand Jonah Hill's weight structure, because he is like, he's a big guy in this one, but I know in a couple years he's gonna be like super skinny, and then War Dogs is gonna get filmed, and then he's gonna be chubby again, and I just don't understand how he does it. He's what is the word? He's a chameleon of weight, like a chameleon who can lose and gain weight really fast and then do pretty good accents. That would be Jonah Hill in a nutshell, is what I'm trying to say. And also, you know, do funny comedy and also do dramas. That's the animal that I'm trying to compare to Jonah Hill. I'm sorry, it's like 5 a.m. and I'm like rambling. So yeah, I'm gonna give this one a 6 out of 10. And that's gonna be it for today's That Film I Watched. I will see you guys tomorrow with another video, and until then, thank you for watching, and with that, I leave you.